Welcome back. Okay, it is the time of year where you do the Friday fish fry. A lot of us observe no meat on Lent, and we have fish. Don't ask me why you can have fish but not meat. That's just a whole nother issue. But we're trying to avoid some of the fried foods if we're watching our diet. So we've come up here today with a faux fish fry. So it's going to taste sort of like your fish fry, but it's going to have a lot less calories. When we're done, we're going to have a piece of fish that for 4 ounces, you're under 200 calories. So here's how we do. What we're going to start with is you can use 3 eggs, but since I am watching my fat and calories, I used 3 egg beaters. That's about a 1/4 cup of an egg beater for 1 egg. So that's going to be the first thing you use. You want to froth it up just a little bit and put it in here because you're going to put your fish in there. Oh, before we get farther, I want to let you know that I set the oven to 400. You got to get it really nice and hot before you start. My oven's set at 400 degrees. All right, the next thing we want to do is make the breading. The breading is what we're trying to save some calories on. I am using Fiber One cereal. You see this? That's Fiber One cereal. What you want to do with the Fiber One cereal, if I can get this in the right spot so you can see it ahead, is beat the living heck out of it. If you've got a rolling pin, that's great. But you want to make this kind of a thing into this kind of a thing. You want it really nice, finely, coarsely, like this. Okay, I do it in a bag. I do everything in a bag and put it in your bowl. So that's our breading. The reason we used it, you can use almost any cereal. You just don't want it to be sweet. You want it to be kind of a high fiber, low fat cereal, and that's what I used. And that's going to save a lot of calories, and it's going to be a higher fiber content than, like, let's say, a breading that you would get at the store. It's going to save a lot of what you need, but it's going to give you the crispy, crunchety stuff. I'm using a base seasoning. This is going to give it some heat. There's some chili powder in there. It's a tablespoon of that. I'm using onion powder, a tablespoon of that, and I'm using a tablespoon of garlic powder. Yes, that's kind of spicy, but what we're doing is removing what's fried and adding flavor. Finally, I'm going to do Parmesan cheese. Now, I looked at grated Parmesan cheese. There's a low-fat version and a regular fat version. You're saving 5 calories with the low-fat version, so I'm using the regular fat Parmesan cheese. What you're going to do is just mix that up together, and that is our breading. Take a look there. Make sure it's mixed up pretty good. You don't need these glasses here anymore. That was from our earlier segment. Anyways, you mix this up to have our breading. Now, before I get all done here, I want to show you. I use cooking spray all the time. Instead of greasing your pan like everybody's going to tell you to do, use cooking spray. The great thing about cooking spray is it can be in any flavor. This is the newer one that I found, which is coconut, which is the hot new flavor for everything you're cooking. But you're going to spray your pan with coconut. Oh, there we go. I also found tilapia. Tilapia is what I picked because there's no bones in it. I didn't have to debone it or anything. But also, it was on sale. So I'm always looking for something on sale. So here's what you do. You just dredge it in the egg so that it sticks to the breading. And that's all you got to do. And we're just going to do 3 real quick. So you put it in the egg. And again, this is an egg white so that we're saving some calories and fat. And then your breading. And at home, I wouldn't use tongs, but I don't want to gross you out. So I'm using the tongs. And finally, we'll just do 3. Put it in the breading, make sure it's kind of coated. This is what's going to make it seem like fried. Now, the other thing I do is I'm the butter spray queen. I like a little bit of butter spray on the top just to give it a little bit more of a buttery flavor. And then we're going to put it in the oven. That's it. Put it in the oven. It's not even something that needs to be in the oven very long. It's about a 10-minute thing. You want it to be light and flaky. Now, of course, I made some earlier, and I tore it up so it looks like not so good. Here it is. This is our flaky and delicious fish fry, faux fish fry. There we go. All right, come on out, ladies. We'll talk a little bit more. I want to let you know that I'll have this recipe on 13abc.com, full plate. We'll also have it on Facebook, which is Rainier Full Plate. And we are on Twitter at Laugh It Off. Don't forget to check Moms in Heels, because any minute now there's going to be Moms in Heels with 2, and curvygirlguide.com for Brittany has some great right now on Barefoot Foodie, some low carb recipes, by the way. So go to barefootfoodie.com. All of that on 13abc.com/full plate. That's it for us this week. Enjoy your faux fish fry. I've got mine with the little vegetables. Again, this is 174 calories for 4 frickin' ounces. That is really diet friendly as far as I'm concerned.
It smells amazing too.
It's good. It's good. It's just like 11 o'clock in the morning, so nobody's really wanting a piece of fish right now. All right. Thanks so much for watching.